going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Fledgling Gamer here, back with some more of the Outer Worlds. And Felix and the Vicar are starting to argue. Which, I wonder if it's the same conversation over and over again, because they do have... Yeah, exact same conversation. Okay. Because their conversation changes based on where they're at in the storyline. Otherwise, Vicar would be... Okay, a relay station. I'm imagining that's where I need to go. Yeah, cool. Never been here before. This is going to be exciting. I'm down. Let's do this.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Alright, let's do this. Let's do this! Alright, so instead of Parvati, let's take Sam. Parvati's my girl. Parvati's awesome. But I want to see if there's anything to do with Sam as far as upgrading goes, right? So if there's like a quest for him to go to a certain place and do a certain thing. I really doubt it, but you know what? I might as well give it a try. Because Sam is a robot, so he may not have enough of a personality for a side quest. Okay, this is interesting. It's not like it's restricted anymore. It would be restricted. Well, there's no point in worrying about it now. Alright, let's try this. Looks like it's not even a door. Every time I take a tiny amount of damage from explosives, that happens.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with Phineas Wells. There's no escape.
The UDL gunship remains docked at the station. They must intend to board with a full squad of troops.
That's perfect. Let's have some fun. Alright. I honestly like this better. It does more damage. Alright, so that's barred. So we can't go in there. Physical damage, vulnerability, no. go around that. Security routines. Heck. Researcher's mask. Skill boost. Cause bleeding. Huh. This is an interesting view. I would not want to live in this quarter, in these quarters. I'm sure it's strong glass, but one rock. One rock. After all, we are pressurized enough. Alright, what do I need to do with this terminal? Something with security routines. There we go.
The folks at Light will thank us for this. I hope that thanks comes in the form of cash. Sean Tran is that scientist, right? From Cascadia?
Currently in stasis, alive, extremely unstable. Okay, so there were supposed to be more. And crew quarters have all this. Or this area is all crew quarters. Words are hard, man. Words are hard. Alright. Alright. Yes, I saw the access tunnel, so I'm gonna go to it.
Entering quiet mode.
Rifle Ultra. It's probably the earliest one that I can get. Where are my enemies, though? Was that it? Was that the whole thing? I thought a gunship landed. I thought they were gonna come in and try and attack me. No, they didn't try to attack me. Just a few people tried to attack me. Not the whole freaking gunship. Couldn't have been the whole gunship. Wasn't enough people. Alright.
Felix and the vicar are arguing again. We've arrived at the groundbreaker. Captain, I must say, your thrilling management of the UDL troops at HRS-1084 was masterful to, remotely keep apprised of. We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Haha. Just a little joke for you.
Hey there! Got word on the wireless. Your flag's cleared. Hope you enjoyed your... Ah. Bye now.
Alright, I'm back. Just ate a taco.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
Ha! Intimidation at 100. You'll also find...
Technically you did. Among other things, Sublight is a charity, legally speaking. Or so my lawyers tell me. It's a tax thing. Here, just take the base. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. We might have figured that out already. That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths of 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and or shooting.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside. Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleum with halcyon biology to twist us, change us. Make us more like those monsters on Monarch. No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety to sleep. Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Hold on, I need to grab something. Everything's within the realm of possibilities whenever you're in outer space, so I'm not going to deny that aliens could be possible in this game.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, so she's convinced that they're aliens. Let's find out if they really are. I mean, it would be interesting to have aliens within this, because, I mean, we are in outer space, we're in a different solar system, so, I mean, you would think aliens would be logical. I mean, there are mutant creatures out there. Yeah. Aliens are logical. Honest to God.
Captain. We are now in orbit of Byzantium, Captain.
Let's go. Okay, so the way my build is set up, I'm set up to have maxed out on lie. Excuse me. Lie and speech and intimidate. All right. It's actually a pretty big city. The issue is there's not enough here. Like, once we get to Byzantium, the space is just so small.
Oh, there.
Alright, so I needed to get back here anyway. Is that the right quest? That is not the right quest. Faction quest. This is what I need. But it is on Byzantium, so I didn't question it before. Hello, viewer. How's it going, my dude? I know. I'm not the best streamer. Not the most popular. But whatever. I'm just here to have fun. So enjoy. So, allegedly, this person is an alien. Or at least working for an alien. Weird concept. Like, but I get it. We're in outer space, so kind of makes sense. That's sealed. And that's why. No elevator music. That's sad.
New area discovered. Preparing to sanitize.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? Hagen. I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen. This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker. My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please, I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
Oh, so adapt us to survive on the planet. Oh, adaptation didn't save your research team.
Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy. You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
A lethal cleaning solution is the best cleaning solution. Don't just smear germs around, kill them so they can't come back.
The fate of my research is in the hands of a sanitation unit? I see. How unexpected.
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But all this research, all these experiments, it's wrong. It's all void damn wrong.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, then I will damn well do it. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you've just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
Damn. Okay. I thought my persuade was at 100.
That'll do, sucker. Now move along. The dog has a lot of work ahead of her. Tidying up and such.
Alright, so... why is my persuade only at 90? I guess I gotta bring it up another 10. Dialogue plus 7. That's nice. Damage to creatures. Interesting. Alright, I need a helmet that increases my dialogue. That would be nice. At least my persuade. Well, if it's not at 90, or if it's not at 100, then I'm gonna need to, because my character, I have Lie, I have Intimidate maxed out. Actually, Intimidate is a little bit more than maxed out, but you know what, whatever. I don't have Persuade maxed out, and I don't know why it's so much lower than I thought it was gonna be. It is plus 20, or 15, plus 15. Guess the base was doubled and the other thing was not, so... okay, that makes sense. Dr. Phineas Wells. Come on, come in. Let's go, let's go, let's go! I'm gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh! On all the loading screens. Be such a nerd. Play Yu-Gi-Oh! On my phone. Do all the good stuff. The Magnet Warriors that have just come back, I'm super excited that we get to use them now. And thanks to a card that I just unlocked the third of, not beta, it's the trap card that summons a monster of the same type. Don't remember what it's called. It's like, I don't know. I'll look into it later.
Would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
That's funny.
I believe. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. I'll lock up.
Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Ay 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 dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Alright, so some of this, say yes. Let's pull out this guy and go talk to the lady because I'm now back in the game. Back in the game. Why does it look like I can climb up there? Probably because I can. Dude. Okay. Interesting. Alright. That's cool. Exploring parts of the ship I've never been. It's exciting. Nothing else. Alright, well. Don't think that's a door that I can access. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, well, cool. A little bit of exploring. No. Oh, I could have dropped down over there. That would have been acceptable.
Is it done? Oh, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here?
You misunderstood her research. She's our best shot. Survival of Halcyon.
You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
I like it, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
I don't know, I think it'd be rather fun to do that.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Have a look.
Do you have anything good? Oh, you got armor. Dialogue skill, but minus the stealth skill. determination, intimidation, lie. That's funny. Alright. Alright, well, you're not interesting enough.
We also have a line of specialized melee weapons.
Alright, let's look at your helmets. No special effect, no special effect. Intimidate, heavy weapons, lockpicking, and handguns. Disappointing. What's this? Lockpicking max distance. Interesting. Persuade. +3. Okay. I'll take it. And then I'll put it on. And then I'll see how my character's skill react to it. Ah, Persuade is at 106. Wait a minute. Persuade is at 100. Oof, it gets so expensive to upgrade these things. Really need the next line of it. Alright, what quest do I want to do now? Why call back from retirement? Task, the lying earth. Alright.
So, the crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
I definitely won that round. You always seem to, huh? That's because I'm usually right. Next time I work the scorecard.
Huh. Byzantium is kind of like a headache. Like, I do want to do these quests.
Captain?
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big. I was thinking about what you said before, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out. And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. I smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close in the fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for a surprise. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading for Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. Because I want to come with.
Alright, I guess we're going back to Groundbreaker. I really wanted to start this quest and get it over with because it does give me quite a bit of experience, so I'm gonna do that. Don't bite the sun.
You're free to disembark.
Yes, I am. Damn straight I am. Let's drop Sam and take Parvati with us. Parvati, my buddy, my pal. Alright. Let's see. Activate this. Let's see what he does. If anything. Nope. Alright. Set this. And attack. Alright, let's go.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got them, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such. Me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Refurbished ship sounds...
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? That's a smell that means we're really going places.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear.
Alright.
Anytime, sweet.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax golds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
And there's the experience I needed to level up. You know, it might not be a bad idea to get this up to 5 anyway. Human cower chance. Let's keep going with engineering. Alright,
If you
let's go
stop
ahead.
in the engine, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Alright, let's go to Monarch. Stellar Bay.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. To return.
And yep, that looks good. Let's toss you. Set. Activate. Activate again. Pull out Gamma. Gamma in defense position. Activate Gamma's effect. Special summon Beta. Activate Beta's effect. Pull out Alpha. Then let's battle. Ooh, I took damage, but you go back to the hand. Dun 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 dun.
Workers were on the clock every available moment.
We always got 8 hours a day for sleeping. Just not always consecutive.
My condolences. I appreciate consistent wages like any other sane person, but that still sounds awful. At least Sanjar gives his folks weekends.
Weekends?
Hands of the void. I used to drop by the bar in Stellar Bay to knock a few back with the folks who had Saturdays off.
I don't know what I'd have done with that much time. I was always behind schedule anyway.
Knowing you, you'd sit and be alone with your thoughts.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid out of our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain. What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business. I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Oh, gosh. My tongue's rumbling just smelling that casserole.
I just intimidated because I didn't want to spend 3,000 gold or 3,000 bits on a freaking casserole. Who the hell would want to spend that much on a casserole? Jesus. It better be delicious. Although, video game bits, video game taste. Alright.
The yoga is drunk. Surprise.
The dustback casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain. I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain. I don't have a head for fashion, and I can't really picture myself in something clean and pretty. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that.
Yeah, alright.
Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot, but you help me out every time. You're the best.
Byzantium. Time to spend way too many bits on a dress.
We are now in orbit of Byzantium, Captain.
XP booster, yeah. Oh, let's just fast travel to the place I need to be. Oh, I don't have to go through the elevator ride and all that. Do 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 do. Alright, I get to go first. I need to go up, and I need to go up, and I need to go over, and I need to go into the building, and I need to put my gun away. Let's open the door to crazy.
You with the hips, over here.
Let me take a closer look at you. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it. Your walk, your posture, the cut of your clothes, you carry yourself with the bearing of a noble, but you dress like a barbarian. How deliciously outre. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs. Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours have been on my mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me? Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
Oh, what's the benefit to seeing me wear it?
My dear, fashion is a performance art. An outfit without a body is like an instrument without a player. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job. Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word. Such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I'm no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There.
6,000 bits. Huh.
Love. That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you. There are some things I simply cannot skip on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best.
Damn
Now
right she
stand up.
does.
Back. I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in nearly an hour.
She's damn right, broke.
And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
I can. What can I do for you, Doc?
Alright, what kind of armor does she carry? Yeah, she's got a nice hat. Science +5. Science +5. Handguns. Dodge. Just a lot of armor. Like, that's a lot of armor. 84? Damn. Leadership skill. Leadership skill. That's really nice. Alright, well, I'll get the helmet just for some allies. And I think I might grab... Let's just do block minus stealth. Grab that for Parvati if I'm going to have her with me. And that'll be it, because I'm not going to spend any more. And off we go. Well, I cleared out all of the duelists. Now, what is there left to do? I could do PvP, but I'm a little preoccupied to do PvP. I could use dual orbs. I gotta level up Yugi anyway, so let's use dual orbs and start leveling. Dual.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're
Can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you've done.
All right.
I swear, next time we put in the Groundbreaker, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her over. Oh, I'm so nervous. Having trouble focusing on my work. Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say. Nah, but I've been thinking on one. Gotta get to know him better, I think. Maybe ask him what he prefers. It ain't nice to give folks a nickname without him giving you the okay first, you know? Of course, that don't stop Felix.
Huh.
Huh? You want me to leave?
Oh, no. No, I
Captain,
don't.
You can't mean it. Oh.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Alright then.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look? Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right, all right. Deep breath. Here I go. Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I don't need your help. I can do it on my own.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench. The one he used for the printer. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when he'd get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
And that's all I get to say. See. Whatever. Just gotta leave and come back in, I believe. Go through a loading screen for whatever frickin' reason. Yeah, I'm good with that. Dun 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 dun. And change to a type of it. And go back in. I won that duel with only 100 life points left. This is how we do it. Survival of the finest. And I have the finest. Alright.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
We got a lot in common, you and me. He's operating just a teensy bit outside of the manufacturer's expected parameters, huh? Evening, Captain. Or good afternoon. Okay, Captain, she's gone. About vibrating, I'm so excited. So she got here, and after a few minutes she said, "Hey, do you have some new parts?" And I was like, "Nah, I used a new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen, and she about cried when she saw the spread.
Huh. So you laid out the meal, brought June in, and started the music?
She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." And let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that those hot casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarchist? Monarcher. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I've never felt so bold, Captain. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
Huh.
Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour. Felix keeps asking.
Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years. Thank you, customer. Warning! Raptidon claws carry bacteria and have the potential to cause organic death due to massive amounts of blood loss. Service cancellation request processing.
Alright. Now I gotta figure out what other quests I want to do. Side quest. Why call them back from retirement? Most of the quests I have left are on Byzantium.
We are now in orbit of Byzantium, Captain.
So let's go. Let's do this. Oh, I should equip. Actually, let's just go and grab Sam instead of Parvati. Because that intimidation will eventually come in handy. Let's see. This. Flop that. Set this. Set this. End my turn. Let's activate this before he ends her turn. Get beta. Right. Where is this quest supposed to be? Maybe I can't actually go to it yet. Anyways, make spacesuits won't. Okay. And this one isn't listed at all. As far as where I need to go to collect the items. The Lying Earth. That one's in there. Alright, well, I need to get past these guards anyway, so... why is it back down to 95? Well, I did get this for a reason. This helmet somewhere. There we go. It's at 101 now. Don't really understand why it keeps bouncing up and down.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along. What in the law's name are you on about? Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis district.
Alright, cool. Alright. That was Sam whistling. That's weird. Weird. Robot just whistled. Dun 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 dun.
Can't be too careful. Dissidents like Phineas Wells will stop.
State your business. Please step away. This... Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. I'll just need you to register your... Now let's... Well, how nice for you. Do you have any idea how long it takes to request new forms? Or how many citations I'll get for impeding HH? Yes, no, there are...
What's up? What's with the pleasantries? You want to know something? Just ask. I didn't. I was born into security detail, and when the corporations abandoned this place, I stayed. That's all I know. Besides, I had a few friends here, and they were staying too.
Apologies. Personal? Ah. Oh, you were being... Will there be any...
Disorder detected. Minimal.
Oof. I don't have 100 hack.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living. from malnutrition.
Alright, I'll let you guys watch this and I'll be right back.
And that's what matters.
Gonna get me some more tacos.
If someone doesn't give me something
Tacos!
that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony.
Alright, I'm back.
By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist, but let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
Alright, so I am gonna sneak past. I just gotta wait till that guard turns his body that way. There we go. Oh crap, I do not have enough lockpicking. It causes change. Just get to wait. Till he turns around. And then he turns back.
Invasive contaminant detected.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a crap.
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests?
And the results were...
Let the record show that the 22 cases are the same.
What? No business. What? I don't need to see your identification. Move along.
Got a promotion coming. I can feel it.
Huh? This area... I guess that's what... When you put it that way, still, you should go.
Crew members Ellie and Max. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain? Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab.
Alright, back in business. I should put the rest of these tacos away before my girlfriend kills me. Fiance, whatever. Titles, words, names. It's a thing. Frankly, by now she should have been my wife, but unfortunately because of quarantine, all weddings were pretty much canceled, so I couldn't do anything.
across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the hope to the unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
Experimental methods for killing noxious life forms are not covered under this unit's limited liability agreement.
Well said, whatever you are. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists.
151,000 experience?
If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you, but I think you should use the code and send a... Use my communications terminal to...
That's what 150,000 experience will do.
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Looks like we're not doing game night.
Some crew members are causing... You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. Yep.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing.
Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
Guess Monarch folk ain't the only ones fucked around here. That ain't exactly an uplifting thought.
I know your face. Stellar Bay's most infamous hunter. How curious that you've thrown your lot in with the captain. Monarch may harbor delusions of independence, but make no mistake. You are a part of our colony. If we fall, Monarch falls with us. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony's on the verge of collapse. But there is a way to save it.
Uh-huh.
We need to talk about Emerald Vale. I will be frank. Edgewater was a lost cause. I never expected the settlement to survive another year. But then, you came along. I don't know how you managed to convince a faction of disloyal workers to return to their posts. In fact, Edgewater is more productive than ever before. Every worker in Edgewater will be expedited into our lifetime employment program. Well done, Captain. That town owes you an enormous debt. Sensible as well as modest. You're quickly becoming my favorite freelancer. You should be proud of yourself, Captain. You're on the verge of making history.
There's just one last job I need you to do for me. I've made arrangements for you to journey to the Hope. You will board your former colony ship, reactivate its navigation systems, and skip the colony ship into orbit around Tartarus. Once the Hope is in position, we will have everything we need to begin healing the colony. I have the highest faith in...
I only really said that just so I can get on with this. I could have just completely ignored her. You know what I should do? I should just fast travel to the interior. Good. I'm gonna have to play some ranked duels after this.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest alien wave. We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's power system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun. If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side. Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his
Hope. Alright, well, a new MXR plays video has just been released, so I'll definitely have to check that out. Boom. Worth it.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Here's a Conde message ahead.
I wish this place were in better condition for you, but we're in a bit of a bind. Seems the damn auto mechanicals think we're intruders. Do I look like an engineer? Alls I know is they're shooting anyone who ain't Hope crew. We shut off the main power, so they're disabled for now. If you go hooking your ship up, I suspect they'll recharge it. And that means trigger-happy auto mechanicals. I'm not going to get in your way, and I'm also not going to send more of my staff to their deaths.
Smart man.
We tried that. Didn't work. Something about our faces not matching up. We stored what cards we could find in the badge station to my right, but it's locked off. Can't just hand over Hope property. Sorry. I'd heard rumors, but I never thought. So you're, what, 70-something years old? Whew. All right. I'll have someone open the door for you. Good luck.
Good. Seriously? Oh my god. I am jumping over this fence. I don't care.
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. You know what you're doing.
Error. Hope crew data. Error. Hibernation pod access. Register. A fine of 10,000 bits will be assessed in your corporation's ledger for failure to follow proper hibernation pod procedures. Thank you for your research.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File right now.
I'm gonna pause and read that later. When, you know, I don't have the opportunity to actually do something about it. Is that it? There's nothing else in here? It was just a giant rat? Alright, that's cool.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit.
Alright, I'm gonna save really quick, because I'm interested in knowing what will happen if I do something specific. Alright, so comms, patch Ada through.
Captain, I am speaking to you from the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it will do. Certainly. You may skip the Hope to Tartarus, as you were instructed to by the adjutant. Doing so would bring the Hope within close proximity of Phineas Wells' orbital lab, allowing you to access the colonists frozen within. Your act would be immediately noticed across Terra 2, as the colony ship Hope abruptly enters into the planet's rings. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2. I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Intelligence and science. I know what I'm doing.
All right. It is in your hands now, Captain. I trust you, in so much as my precepts allow.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero-Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I will advise you to hold on to something, now.
Alright, so, question is, am I gonna skip into the planet by accident, just because I selected that thing? I mean, I know when you're dumb, you can skip it right into the sun, which is hilarious. Am I aiming for the sun? Why am I aiming for the sun? No, I wasn't. Nope, I just know exactly what I'm doing, apparently.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps we should check in on him.
Analyzing. Area. Fallen debris. And spilled contents detected. Likely cause record piloting. Everything further. Extensive cleanup.
Alright, so that's the rats. Alright, let's just skip that and go the right way. Come on. Oof.
Captain. Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
This is genius, by the way. This is absolutely genius. Listen to what he says.
The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. And I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
This is exactly the crew I need. Alright. Hadn't gotten thunder out in a while. Anyway, says they're swine. Phineas's terminal passcode is inside a pig. It's priceless. Priceless, absolutely freaking priceless. Phineas says what? Oh, yeah, I need to level up, I guess engineering again. Oh, and I apparently didn't... Oh, I'm at level 30. Which this is supposed to be the max level. Okay. Alright. So I've picked up... What is this? What kind of weapon is this? Energy weapon. Alright, let's give that a try. Hell yeah, this looks pretty badass. Alright. Guess we should get a move on. I guess I'm going to be completing the storyline now. Should be easy enough. What quests are still available? There's a side quest and a task. I will make a save to make sure that I don't go over. That way I can still have some way of going back and doing the remaining quests. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. But I am going to beat the game tonight, actually, within the next couple of hours.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Doc Wells never hurt nobody. Just a kindly old fella living by his lonesome up in the rings, tinkering at his table. The board just couldn't leave him be.
Breaking Phineas Wells out of a maximum security penitentiary. I can't think of a better lost cause to commit ourselves to.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth, but that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Don't look at it as saving the day. Look at it as securing your investment. Phineas owes you big time.
I'm sure the outlaw Phineas will appreciate you saving his day, as it were, Captain. If you really need to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while, or permanently.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to a logically belief, against the odds, that you will be successful.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick, got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Alright, let's do this. Let's end the game with a
Sending
bang.
a tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Since I am max level, there's no point in doing the other quests anyway. And yes, from this point on, yes, I'm going to save. Sorry, I had to select the correct save file. Alright, now we are going to beat the game.
Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of EDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes have been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. Your ship is not permitted to leave until you remit payment for your fines and submit yourself to execution. Only after your smoking corpse is thrown from an airlock will we lift the lockdown on your spacecraft.
Captain, I would not recommend this course of action.
All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting the ID of a productive, law-abiding employee. Anyway, wait.
Transmission terminated. Biometric... How can I be... I request...
That's perfect. Alright, these are the last two that I want with me. Sam and Nyoka. And now we're on Tartarus. It's the end of the game. It's the end of the world as we know it. Let's do this. Let's do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. You excited? Because I'm excited. I want to see how the game ends when I've completed so much more than I did last time. Ooh, wait, they have more perks to unlock? Sweet. Alright, so I don't really need damage against critters. Let's have you heal when you're down. And then with Sam, let's see, damage against... Yeah, no, we're good. Let's do it that way. Alright.
The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I'm... Push on, Margot!
I didn't upgrade this weapon. So, in case you missed it, the Groundbreaker is the one who docked. I need to upgrade the weapon that I just got. I forgot to upgrade it. That's honestly why, because I can get it to level 35. Which is why it was doing such a tiny amount of damage. Alright, so let's go back and upgrade the weapon that I just got. Alright, let's tinker. Let's upgrade. See how far I can get it for. Let's see, it's at level 34. Perfect. And that's way too much money to upgrade right now, but it is level 34, so not bad. Yeah, let's do this.
Right by our one for our iron. The board will never own groundbreaking. Not while I'm ready. Push on, Mardak.
Clean up the competition. Labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification, easy peasy.
I've got to admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. If they lock me up, I'm liable to kill everything trying to get back out.
I don't doubt it, actually.
Would you like Sam to tidy up this area? Waiting for confirmation command. Confirmation command not received.
Are you new here? Oh, that's great. Much appreciated.
There's also no point in me killing unnecessarily now that I'm max level. Alright. Haha.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us. Something's not right.
I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, and you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in.
And... oh, I had heard you were dragging around a repurposed janitorial mechanical. My staff jokes that it's because you're a walking pile of refuse.
Interactive database update. The unique organic substance labeled Chairman has been classified as filth, imminent for incineration.
Oh my god.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking
I love
the
him.
face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man. Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle. Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. That'll solve our starvation problems. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been leading you through, but it's done. It's over. Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society? If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness, yes, yes, I would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause.
Okay, persuade. With your resources and some of the folks on the Hope, we could do a lot.
I'll admit, there's no shortage of talent and scientists and engineers there. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan.
Good. Maybe you, maybe some good can come out of you after all. Alright, let's do this.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
Huh. Sanjay's here too. Nice. So that's what happens when you have a good profile and you don't kill anyone. They storm the castle with you.
Consider equipping a pack of Sam's special solvent stain out remover. It's ruthless on resist.
There we go.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. Words cannot express the extent of my disappointment. We had a plan. All you had to do was skip the Hope to Tartarus, as I asked. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
It's over, Sophia. Stand down.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm aware of your diplomatic talents, Captain. You have a gift for manipulation, but I warn you, I'm no easy mark. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy. You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal. No. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
Alright, let's talk about this.
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me.
Alright, so persuade. Charm. You don't want to die on Tartarus. I'm giving you a chance to walk away.
Interesting that you think I'm going to die here. I believe I'm more than capable of taking you on.
Nothing stopped me before. What makes you think that you will?
Fair point. I don't know how you've managed to defy the odds. By every reasonable estimate, you should be dead. Yet here you stand. I've devoted my entire life to protecting Halcyon. I'm not afraid to die in the line of duty.
The board's not worth dying for.
There isn't much of a board left, thanks to you. You've thrown this system into disarray. Cleaning up your mess will be the work of a lifetime. You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
Alright, so persuade and science. Dr. Wells and I are both scientists. We believe Halcyon can still be saved.
I'm aware of Dr. Wells' plan. Revive some brilliant scientists and engineers from the Hope and work with them to save the colony. He's already revived you, after all. 50 or 60 years ago, I might have agreed with you. But we've passed the point of no return. The best scientists in Halcyon can't save us now. I appreciate your confidence, Captain. But so long as you're allied with Dr. Wells, we can never work together. I haven't given up on the program yet. You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this. I haven't lost control of the labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational. I can still put a stop to you.
Intimidate, lie, and hack. Intimidate. I left a lot of corpses behind me, Sophia. Are you sure you want to be the next?
When you put it that way, no. Not in the least. Damn it all. Very well. You win. I'm familiar enough with your methods to realize my chances of survival are low. Congratulations, Captain. You've outplayed me. I accept your terms and will return Dr. Wells to your care. I just hope you've made the right decision. The fate of the colony is in your hands now. I bid you farewell, Captain.
Alright, and that's it. So now I just need to kill the rest of these enemies. Maybe. Maybe I don't. No, the whole battle is over. And that's it. The end of the game. With good dialogue options.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You must have said something to get under Akande's skin. She's gone, and I don't think she's coming back. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
I've got plans. With Chairman in my pocket, no one is even gonna know I'm running the colony. I'm gonna run this colony myself. I've already got Chairman to take my side. You can count on me, I'll help you, the colonists.
The Chairman? I don't know why you let that heartless creature live, but I'll have to trust your judgment. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Now, the end of the game dialogue, where it shows you what happens after, and then you can't continue, which is always the unfortunate thing.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonies. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out to the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia,
Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the sublight family together. After returning to Edgewater, the deserters negotiated workplace reforms with Reed Thompson, including a single day of rest, which came to be known as a weekend. As the world around him changed, Thompson found himself pining for the old days. He was known to spend his weekends in the cantina, nursing one of the few remaining bottles of Zero G, and repeating to himself, "It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice." As for Adelaide McDevitt, she tended to her garden in solitude for another year before passing away. Her body was discovered some months later when Reed Thompson paid her a visit in an effort to make amends. Her remains were buried in a place of honor underneath the floor of the Edgewater cannery. Reed believed this was what she always wanted. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence further cemented Ellie's perspective. She understood she could never truly rely on others, so she set about making sure she wouldn't have to. With a steady income from the life insurance payout, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She enjoyed a long and infamous career running missions across the system. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. It was widely suspected that Sophia Akande was the true power behind Chairman Rockwell. However, after the riots on Tartarus, she was never again seen in the colony. Various theories circulated as to her fate. Some believed she boarded an interstellar ship capable of journeying to a distant colony. Others believe she died trying to escape Tartarus. Some few suggest she fled to Monarch, where she continued to live among a small band of loyalists. There is another theory, which suggests that Sophia's encounter with you changed her, and she deliberately retreated from public view, but continued supporting the colony in secret. When Dr. Wells began reviving the Hope's colonists, he found himself with a sudden windfall of additional supplies and resources, courtesy of an anonymous donor. If Wells knew who his supplier was, he never told a soul. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to the new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the riot on Tartarus, and partnered with Chairman Rockwell to run the colony together. As Halcyon looked toward the future, you remained a constant presence in the colony's administration. You were never weighed down by bureaucracy, and you never had to dirty your hands with politics. You had people who did that for you. By your influence, Halcyon survived the turbulent years that were to follow. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Does the message goes, bitch, bitch, ever talk? I was like hoping for some Doritos, Locos ones, but assuming those are gone. Just, you know, you had to leave me all the I think these are good ones. Stop recording.
Yep. And I got myself a Tipsy. Such a cute little bitty kid. Such a cute little bitty kid who's eyeing those tacos like she's wanting to play with us.
Is that not Cool. Also managed to not wear clothes today.
Yep.
So I know for a while Michaela wasn't feeling good today. This morning. Of course, also being woken by a thunderstorm doesn't make someone feel better. We stop and get coffee or something on the way. But we realize we're going to be there super early.
I'm gonna take a leak and then I get up to take this thing and close it out.
I thought you said you weren't recording anymore.
I'm recording with the lights on. Some people like to see the credits. So I played for about 2 hours and then I took a nap. For about 3 apparently. And then I played the rest of the game. Yes, for whatever reason my body decided I needed a 3-hour nap.
It happens.
wash the car, you get the tubing for the AC unit. It's AC because it's got that filter in it that prevents pollen from getting.
We don't need it tonight, though.
No, we don't. It's nice and cool. But I won't set it up.
Well, it's pouring rain, and I suggest not doing it right now. Because it is pouring rain.
I just wanted to get shorts on. Apparently the mic wasn't muted. Well, that was the that was the Outer Worlds. I hope you guys enjoyed. Listen to all of our awkward conversations. I'm gonna go ahead and take off.